Icon, is it time for an unboxing? Yeah, it is. Good job, Icon. What's up, guys? Icon, yeah. Icky. We are doing our live unboxing. I've got a meatball in my hand and Icon drooling all over. Oh. Oh. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Here, go over there. Here. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ruby here. We've got our box number 85. Hi. I know you want to be the star of the show, but you're going to have to go over there. Afrin. Inasha. We have our box 85, which starts today. If you guys are new to Real Dog Box, you should know that every 4 weeks we make a new combination of treats and chews. And today is day one of box number 85. Can you believe we've had 85 freaking boxes? It is amazing. But I wanted to show you guys the lineup right here live. We will start with our muscle meat of the month. We've got chicken heart. This is our muscle treat of the month. It comes with 3 ounces of freshly air-dried chicken heart. I should give Icon a little taste tester of all of these, shouldn't I? And we like feeding heart. It is a crucial part of a raw feeder and a kibble feeder's diet because it's high in taurine. If you guys have heard of homeopathy, we feed like foods to heal parts of our body. So if you are trying to prevent or support your dog's heart, make sure you're feeding hearts of different animals. Chicken heart is our muscle meat. And then our seafood of the month, we've got smelt, whole lake smelt. I love these little fishies. You guys know I always make Filipino or Asian jokes because we actually grew up eating these fried dilis. They're whole smelt. They are small, oily fish. This is what we like to feed for omega-3s. Any of your white fish is going to have lower amounts of omega-3 fatty acids. So anytime you are including fish in the diet, especially during the summertime because they are anti-inflammatories and we tend to see our dogs suffer from a lot of dry, itchy skin in the summertime, you want to make sure that you're including whole, small, oily fish in the diet. The smelt can also be rehydrated in hot water, but they do not come back to life, so do not hold your breath for that. Bison spleen. This is a brand new item on our menu. If you watched our stories earlier today, I shared that we tested this out in the secret shop before we ever added it as a product in our monthly box. And I have found a beautiful Bison supplier in Colorado who has been supplying us with our spleen, our backstrap, our trachea, and the tendon, the kidney, the liver. I've got every part of that animal in our shop. I'm laughing because Ernie says, no, they do not come back to life. But Bison spleen is something that I have tried really, really hard to add because that's another secreting organ that we like to rotate in. And I don't know another treat maker quite yet that has Bison spleen on their menu. So you can only find it here as far as I know. And moving on to our chews. So our light chew of the month, we've got rabbit feet with the fur on. Yes, sir. Fur is a natural source of fiber, insoluble fiber, so this is going to be really good for your dog's gut. It helps act like a pipe cleaner and sort of clean things out. And so if you notice that the fur is coming out the same shape it went in, that's very normal. This is not meant for your dog to break down in itself. It's meant to help clean out that digestive tract. So the rabbit feet come 3 to a bag, and they are considered a light chew. You know, rabbits are smaller animals, so I don't expect this to last your dog very long, especially if they are strong chewers. But this is a really great chew for smaller dogs, or a way to add some fiber into your dog's diet, into your dog's bowl. So you'll probably see this in a lot of bowls in the next couple of weeks. For our medium chew, we've got boar ear. This is a seasonal item. We get wild boar from a supplier in Texas, of course. And these are boars that are raised and caught for human consumption. And they've got the hair and fur on and everything. We tried a lot of items with fur on. Rabbit feet, cow ear, and boar ears are the only ones that we've kept on. We've tried bison ears, but those, man, the hair on that bison was like longer than mine. It was too much. But this does have the fur on, and it is considered a medium chew, so it's a lot tougher than the rabbit feet. You know, I can't even like squeeze this. It's super, super hard. And so this is going to last a little bit longer. You know, every dog is different. They might try this fur and spit it up or regurgitate because they've never had something like that. That is totally normal. So do not be alarmed if that happens. It doesn't mean that they can't digest it. They're just not used to it, and it might take them a little while to get used to it. So typically what I've seen Icon do is he'll eat the bottom of this ear rather, and leave some of that fur up top, because he also gets his weekly sheep's head. So he's used to having a lot of fur in his diet, but the second we feed too much, he says, I don't need all that. Moving on to our heavy chew of the month, we've got beef backstrap. These are so beautiful and lean. We received our backstrap last week, and if you saw them in our stories, we trim the meat off of this backstrap and the fat, and all we leave behind is the tendon. So if you've never heard of backstrap before, if you're a hunter, you've heard of backstrap, and you know that that's one of the most coveted, highly coveted parts of the animal, especially when we're talking about elk or deer. And that is different than the backstrap that we have on cows. That's more of a piece of steak, a very tender piece of steak, whereas the backstrap that we're referring to is the tendon that lines the spine of the cow. And these are typically like, we cut these down a little bit, but they're typically, you can't see in my field of vision, about 14 inches long, and we trim it down to about 8 to 10 inches here. But these are a heavy chew. This is one of my favorites. It's one that we've had on the menu for a long, long time, and it's my favorite because it's lean. And so this is a really good chew for your dog to start out with. And I like that it breaks into small pieces as they're chewing, or if you rehydrate it in hot water, you'll notice that it kind of is like it's a tendon. So it has a really tough cartilage-like texture. And when we're trimming it, I'll show you the next time that we process it in our kitchen, how it looks when it's raw. But when you rehydrate it, it has that same tough texture. That's our heavy chew of the month. And moving on to our add-ons, we've got bull pizzle. Yes, this is a typical size of a bull pizzle. This is what you're going to see. We weigh these out. I gotta tell you guys, if you've never seen a bull penis, that mug is like 5 to 6 feet long, generally speaking. We have always struggled sourcing the bull penis because it's such a highly exported item. It really is quite alarming how many countries around the world consider bull penis an aphrodisiac, and it's a delicacy. And out here, we're just trying to get a hold of the pizzle for our dogs. But around the rest of the world, this is one of the most highly exported animal parts. And so when I try to source it from our U.S. supplier, since everything comes from the U.S., they're always like, what are you going to do with that thing? And they end up exporting most of it. And it's so high in demand that it's difficult for us to get. But we managed to keep enough on hand to supply you as add-ons in this month's box. When we get the pizzle, hold on, I'm going to demonstrate for you because I think it's important for you guys to see this. When we get the pizzle, it's 5 feet long. and we cut it down to about 10 inches. And so this is technically a 10-inch bully stick, and we coil it and we make it nice and flat. But if you've seen other treat makers, they will often hang the penis from a rack and stretch it out, and that's how they get really long bully sticks. But the problem is when you stretch it, it's not as dense and tough as it would be if you do what we do, which is we lay it flat and we coil it. And we coil it so it sort of fuses together. So you can see the inside of this. And it makes it a lot more challenging, and it also avoids that small end piece that you tend to see with the bully sticks that tend to be choking hazards, because your dog gets so excited that they finally got to end of that bully stick and they just want to swallow the whole thing. So that's how we make our penises, and this is going to be the Super Chew of the month. I'll flip it back over so you can see our last add-on. Whoops. So we've got our chicken heart, we've got our bison spleen, new item of the month. We've got our whole smelt for our treats. And then for our chews, we have our rabbit foot, fur on, boar ear, hair on, and beef backstrap for our heavy chew. Our super chew is going to be the bull pizzle. And then last but not least, Icon's favorite in this box is going to be these beef meatballs. And we have been experimenting a little bit with our recipe. I want to add fur directly in here. Icon gal, where's my boy? Gal Icon, hi. You come to get your beef meatballs? Icky? Oh, thank you. So we've been experimenting with adding fur into here. And I just sent out these new meatball recipes out to our lab testing so that we can update our cards. Dang, Icon. But that would make this our full-on ancestral recipe, which has beef cut from the backstrap. So I mentioned that we trim the meat off of this backstrap, and what we do with it, since we're a zero-waste facility, is we actually put it into these beef meatballs, along with chicken feet or duck feet, some sort of poultry feet, grass-fed green tripe, grass-fed beef liver, and this month's recipe has pork kidney and anchovies. Oh, sorry, not anchovies, sardines in there. Excuse me, Icon, that is like some serious drool right there. Jessica says, maybe my dog will eat fur. Yeah, I hope so. It's so good for them. And fur is important also for expressing our anal glands. Not ours, our dog's anal glands. Because it helps bulk them up a little bit. And also, like I said, it's a pipe cleaner for the digestive tract, my bad. And so we tend to see it come back out. And when they have to push out all that extra fur, it prevents you from having to take your dog to the groomer to get those anal glands expressed. Brooklyn says, I can't be the only one excited about these products and the things I eat myself. Bye, Icon. See you later. Icon, you want a chicken heart? Yeah. The heart is one of the few things that we kept on the menu. And if you guys are joining in live, you should also know that we tested out duck heart in the secret shop not too long ago, and it was a hit. So duck heart is something that I'm trying to source as another muscle meat, another protein in our boxes. All right. Well, that is our lineup for the month. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are going to be doing all of our unboxings live for the next few months. And also, if you guys are local to San Diego, we have a DIY workshop coming up on April 30th. We would love for you to join us. We've been doing pack walks all over San Diego County, and it has been so fun. We've got 2 new pack leaders, Megan and Elena, that are taking us to places that I've never been, and I've lived in San Diego for the last 6 years. So that's been really exciting. If you guys are local, we would love for you to join our workshops. Make sure you check us out on Facebook as well, because we're doing different giveaways than we do here on Instagram. Slightly different, especially because we've got our farmers markets on Wednesdays at OB, and we have a lot of different programs that we can do through Facebook. Check out our feed reel calculator. That is a new thing that we just released. So I'd love for you guys to check that out and give us some feedback so we can just make it better. All right, y'all, you have a great rest of your evening. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great week. Bye.